When human being is given rights, that's a great part. But as I said, the public order and public assets, public matters of public importance have to be saved, have to be valued. What does our constitution say about saving and valuing our public and common assets, public interest, common interest? For that, Article 51A of our constitution gives us fundamental duties. To abide by the constitution is our fundamental duty. Do not any time breach any of the guidelines of our constitution. Respect its ideals and institutions. We are a duty, bounded duty to respect the institutions, constitutional institutions. The national flag, it's our pride. It's our bounded duty to respect our national flag and the national anthem, which unites us as people of one family, one country, to safeguard public property and to abjure violence. It is your duty. You cannot say that there is something damaging is happening. You cannot just walk away. That's not a trait of a responsible citizen of this country. When human being is given rights, that's a great part. Everybody enjoys rights. But as I said, the public order and public assets, public matters of public importance have to be saved, have to be valued. What does our constitution say about saving and valuing our public and common assets, public interest, common interest? For that, Article 51A of our constitution gives us fundamental duties. To abide by the constitution is our fundamental duty. Do not any time breach any of the guidelines of our constitution. Respect its ideals and institutions. We are a duty, bounded duty to respect the institutions, constitutional institutions. The national flag, it's our pride. It's our bounded duty to respect our national flag and the national anthem, which unites us as people of one family, one country. So it's a bounded duty, it's fundamental duty of every citizen to respect our national anthem, to cherish and follow the noble ideals which inspire our national struggle for freedom. We are enjoying this sovereign life, this free life, independent life in an independent nation. And it is because the noble ideas and the people who have inspired us, who have struggled to get us the independent nation. We have to cherish their sacrifices. We need to take them as ideals and we have to follow their idea of India. That's our fundamental duty. And we are a duty to uphold and protect the sovereignty, unity and integrity of this country. As I said, this country has earned its sovereignty after sacrifices of many of great people, many of citizens of this country. So it's being the next generation of those great noble souls. It's our duty to uphold and protect the sovereignty of this country. We have to act in such a manner that we uphold the integrity of this nation. Let us not do anything that disturbs the unity of this country's citizens. Let us indeed endeavor to strengthen the unity existing in the citizens of this country. And integrated India with integrity is all what the world praises, appreciates, respects. Our duty to promote harmony amongst all the people of India, transcending religious, linguistic, and regional or sectional diversities, to renounce practices derogatory to the dignity of women. Three aspects. One thing is we have to promote harmony. That's what I even said before. That let us act in a manner that we promote brotherhood, whatever might be our color, our religion, our language, our place of birth. Let us not get them into the bonding we could build as a brotherhood between citizens of this country. We have to practice. We have right to practice religion. We have right to speak any language of ours, our mother tongue. We could be of any region. We could belong to any region of this country. Let us not get those things affect our brotherhood. End of the day, we stand as the citizens of India. That's what the duty means. Let also take care of one more thing. This country and its culture always upholds the dignity of women. We respect them and we take pride in their presence in the society and their contribution to the society. So let us not indulge in any act which is derogatory to the dignity of a woman. That's our fundamental duty. To value and preserve the rich heritage of our composite culture. As I said, it's we are not of one creed, one sect, one color, one language, one culture. Every 10 kilometers, I think, if you travel this country, you'll find a different, culinary acts and different dressing system, different, you know, religions or different practices, different accommodations. Totally, you will find multiple number of cultures every 10 to 15 kilometers you pass from this country. Yes, roads. So this composite culture is really pride to this nation. We hardly find this kind of composite culture in the world anywhere else. So it's fundamental duty of every citizen to value and preserve the heritage, rich heritage of our composite culture. We've been called like we are the most civilized and the earliest civilized society on earth. And from the days of civilization till date, we have good amount of heritage in this country, which gives the next generation the pride in their culture and in their lifestyle. It's like an education, source of education to live better. So that's the reason this duty is bestowed upon us. Our duty to protect and improve the natural environment, including forest, lakes, rivers, and wildlife, and to have compassion for living creatures. As it is said, it's a dynamic constitution. The constitution just not limit to welfare of the human beings of this nation, living in this nation. The constitution guides us that how we should be with the environment of ours, the forests we have, the lakes of this land, the rivers, and the wildlife in the forest. And to have compassion to living creatures means even an insect matters there, a bird matters, animal matters. Even we treat the trees as living beings. We treat them on par with humans. The Constitution bestows the duty on us that let us protect our environment, our lakes, our rivers, our forest, and the wildlife. And in total, let us protect every living being. The next duty on us to develop scientific temper, humanism, and spirit of inquiry and reform. We should develop our scientific temper means every good part has to be studied and excuse and researched and improved. But whenever you do that for human welfare, you have to keep in mind that your activity should have humanism. You should have the spirit to inquire and reform. It is your duty to reform. It is your duty to develop. It is your duty to improve for the nation, for yourself, to safeguard public property and to abjure violence. It is your duty. You cannot say that there is something damaging is happening. You cannot just walk away. That's not a trait of a responsible citizen of this country. Our constitution bestows us with the duty to safeguard the public properties. Let not somebody damage it for whatever reason. Let not somebody cause violence. As a citizen, you can step in and see to it that violence is not prevailed. It should be curbed and public properties are saved. Let's not damage it for whatever reason, and let's not let anybody damage for whatever is the reason. So such a duty is on us, and that duty is given by our constitution to strive towards excellence in all spheres of individual and collectively, so that the nation constantly rises to higher levels of endeavor and achievements. As I said, education, research, development by an individual leads to national development. It is a duty to improve. And the last one is whoever is a parent or a guardian to provide opportunities for education to his children, as the case may be, what between the age of 6 and 14 years. Our constitution even takes care of the young children. It is guiding the parent to make sure his ward between the age of 6 and 14 is given proper education, proper opportunities. What are our constitutional values and what they say? Sovereignty is our constitutional value. The nation is its own supreme authority, free from external control. India is a sovereign country, sovereign nation, and such sovereignty is declared in our constitution. We are supreme to ourselves. There is no external control on our living, our existence, our identity, our way of life. That makes us a sovereign nation. And socialism is one value, a commitment to ending inequality and promoting social change. As I said, we are a nation of diversity. Until and unless we treat each and every citizen equally and let them equal opportunities, let them equal education, let them equality before law, equal progress, or balanced progress indeed, cannot be visualized. To make this country grow equally in all dimensions, we adopt the socialism as our value, that to our constitutional value. Secularism is a third constitutional value. The state is not guided by any single religion. It is obvious our country has got many religions. Our people practice and have faith in many religions, diverse religions. To maintain an equilibrium, our state, that is our country, does not adopt any single religion that is there in our constitution. We are democratic. Democracy is our value. A system of governance where the people elect their representatives. As I said, nobody is a king here. Nobody is forever at the helm of affairs. Ours is a democratic country. We, the people, choose our representatives every 5 years. And we decide who to be at the helm of affairs. And we choose who is supposed to be given the onus of administering the day-to-day life of this country, the citizens of this country. That's our core value. And we are republic. Here, head of a state is elected. The chief minister, the prime minister, the president, the vice president, the governor, they go through the process of election. We elect member of legislative assembly and they elect a chief minister. He is the head of the state. And we elect member of parliaments. They elect the prime minister. All the MLAs, MPs elect the president. That's how the head of the states go through the process of election, but not any kind of hierarchy or inheritance. Our core value has justice. The Constitution guarantees social, economic, and political justice for all citizens. As I said, opportunity of work, opportunity of job, opportunity to make earnings, opportunity to participate in the welfare issues of people, opportunity to represent people are guaranteed to every citizen by the Constitution. At the same time, it promotes a judicial system where you have been adjudicated, your issues, your grievances are adjudicated with equal social, economic, and political state. It does not discriminate in terms of your social status, your economic status, or your political status. Nobody is bigger than the other. Nobody is favored than the other. Everybody is equal. Such is our judicial system, and such system is given to us by the Constitution. Liberty, equality, fraternity. What is liberty? Again, we came in the fundamental rights. We have all the liberty to expression, belief, faith, and worship, equality, ensuring equal status and opportunity for all, fundamental rights, fraternity, promoting a sense of brotherhood, fundamental duty, dignity of individuals, protecting the dignity of every person in society is also a fundamental duty. It's in our core values. Unity and integrity of the nation, again a fundamental duty. Next slide, please. This is what I have to say when we say we the people of India and what we gave ourselves in the name of Constitution of India.
So there is a question now, if everybody is equal, can you explain the reservation system in our country?
That's a point. Yeah. I was expecting this question. As this country being the earliest civilized, the people at the time of independence who are already economically, socially, and politically rich were not rich for that generation. They were being rich since generations, as they were living in urban areas or living in rural areas with ability and knowledge. Ability due to their knowledge. But majority of people who were basically either tribals or agrarians, they were part of a system where bonded labor system was like prevailing, and they had their own local rules and regulations with regard to their professions, their livelihood. People used to work for grains. That was the state. Even tribals had hardly any access to the urban civilized societies. To bring them on par with the civilized urban people, to bring them onto the rich, educated, and economically rich, abled people, the reservation system was brought in so that if the underprivileged, downtrodden citizens who are in majority at the time when the constitution was formed, if they are brought to a level which is on par with the privileged citizens of this country, and then on the country will have a balanced growth. That was the purpose of getting reservation system. And it was only, initially it was only for 5 years. As per the respected B.R. Ambedkar sir, he himself insisted this should not go beyond 5 years. But as it is been seen that 5 years was not enough to develop this people, the residents, the citizens of this country, and bring them on par with the urban and abled rural or rich rural people. So it's been extended time and again. Culture does not form in a day. It takes years. And until unless the culture is set, the mindset of a society will not change. And until unless the mindset is changed, discriminative activities or nature of the privileged people will not go away. So, for that reason, it is taking such a time. Now, gradually, they are working on it. They are limiting the reservation. Reservation is restricted now by law for privileged but scheduled, privileged but marked into the category of reservation. That reforms are underway. 5 years were not enough. For the reason every time the parliament was extending it. So reservation is to bring the downtrodden to the at least ground level, if not to the skies.
So do we need preservation in education and we need reservation in jobs, right?
Education, jobs, and resources also. Resources also. For the reason.
What resources?
You have land. Individual in a village used to have 100 acres land.
Okay.
And rest, there would have been 50 to 100 families. They hardly had any land.
Got it.
If until unless they are given land, they cannot.
Let's go. How much is the reservation kept aside for as per the constitution?
As per the constitution, it should not cross 50% of the population.
Is it implemented?
It is. Recent example, in Telangana, local body elections were declared and reservation was reset and it went up to 62%. That was been struck down by the High Court of Telangana the next day.
So it doesn't cross 50% anywhere. Okay.
As I said, there is a watch by the institution called judiciary.
Okay.
They
Second
will
question.
always make sure it
Second
is.
question. Can criminals, etc., be allowed to sit in parliament or legislatures to govern us under the constitution?
Right. To answer this, if you are proved or convicted, then you lose your right to contest. One aspect. If you are accused, you are not convicted, then you are a citizen with all nobility until you are proved guilty.
Sir, did Mr. Lalu Prasad Yadav is not able to contest because of that?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Can a particular party, again from Mr. Vasant Mysurmat, can a particular party with huge majority impose on a religious order?
It's not, party is a term used for, even if it is a majority, it is called, it's a political entity. But once they take, governance into the, like when one majority, party will be taking the governance into their hands. They will not be the party. They are the government. We, the people who elected them in majority and gave them the governance for next 5 years. When they are in assembly in the state, in the parliament, in the national level, we have given them all the powers to make laws and to make the policies accordingly. If they are doing anything like, as you have asked, imposing anything on a specific category of people belong to so and so, then it's a questionable act. They have no right to do so, even if it is a majority party or if it is a ruling party or ruling government. If they are doing any activity that can be questioned the minute before the court of law, and court of law will come to your rescue. And the best example is recent what incident, that reservation part was crossing 50%. That's been questioned. On that day, even I was personally there in the court hall. There were 50 people who were supporting it. There were only 2 people who were against it. That is increasing the reservation beyond 50%. Court simply sided with those 2 people, not the 50 advocates or whatever.
Sir,
In
why?
3 argument and 2 seconds,
Fantastic.
court
Fantastic.
has decided that it will not prevail.
Fantastic.